Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So let's just hop in and see whatever message Spirit wants to share with us. The only thing I know so far is that they really wanted the butterfly ones. But we got two, so let's shake up the other ones. Oh no, I'm throwing things around. But I'm gonna say, okay, this definitely is work related, I'm thinking. But who knows, it could be a lot of everything. But I am picking up on a masculine energy who's self-employed, because right here we have the self-employment card with finances. This was in reverse. Finances in reverse when it comes to self-employment. And then in the middle was soul radiance in reverse. We have divine masculine in the upright, and then we have loss, lack, and fear. So something to do with finances. Oh, and then there was two more. These are, they're saying, the final outcome. And so, you know, at first glance, this seems pretty bleak, right? Because there's loss, lack, not feeling like you're radiating at your best. There's financial losses. When you just really want to go off and do what it is that you want to do. And so there is two more cards. They say this is final outcome. But we do have hostilities in reverse, right? So that's good. It's a lessening of hostilities. And as much as I love panthers, this panther, he looks pretty mad. So it's nice not to have that panther there to teach you all the shadow work lessons that you need. And then we have touching earth, and touching earth says planting something new. So that will tie in so nicely when it comes to the self-employment still. So right now it sounds like someone is off to a very rocky start on how they thought things were supposed to go, especially when it comes to career and finances. It looks like it's taking a blow to their self-esteem. 5, 6, 7, 8. It just seems like, okay, so this is the card we're reflecting on, the soul radiance. I added up the 53 to 8. And then they kind of always, whenever it's an 8, they always like knock it over, and then they just show the infinity symbol to me. And it's like, no matter how much you keep trying and trying and trying, it just seems like I'm seeing like a snowblower or something like that, a leaf blower just like blowing money out a window, like just like psh, gone. Is there anything that you want to add to these cards? They're telling me to go over to this pink flowers for the self-employment, and it was the yellow in the flowers that kind of stood out. So I'm feeling solar plexus. That's what they're drawing me to. And this is a yellowish orange kind of butterfly. But really they're taking me to the center of the flowers. So just let me see what the flowers want to share. So when I went into the center of the flower, they just kind of really showed me like all the pollen, and it was really clouded and thick and sticky, kind of like, I don't know, it was just really hard to navigate. It was just really clinging to everything, like everything was coated in, and you know, for the butterflies in them, that's great, they want that. But I feel like whoever is trying to plant a business, it's just, wherever this is, it's just really thick and dense, and it's just coated everywhere. Whatever, it just took over whatever it is. So how do you stop it? Because it seems like it's almost like showing me like molasses or honey or something like that, where it's just so thick that things can't flow. And then again, that brings back to the solar plexus. And so the solar plexus is the confidence, which then brings back to the soul radiance, not being able to feel empowered to take flight and soar and go whatever. So underneath the soul radiance, it says Phoenix rising. So it's not having that Phoenix rising moment. It's kind of stuck. And so they show me food now. They show me pay attention to what you eat, to start eating food that doesn't, okay, so they're showing me someone choose comfort food over life force food. And so the comfort food, it's really heavy and thick, they're kind of showing on an energetic level. And so if you eat more things that have more life force in them, more vegetables, more anything, right? It's also having intention of what you eat as well, and being thankful and gratitude. I'm seeing something, it's just that gratitude. They're bringing me to food again. And they're like being thankful for the food that you have and being mindful of the food that you have. And while you eat the food, it starts to build you. You are what you eat. But what does this have to do with finances and self-employment? Okay, that's the empowering, feeling back better, right? Because you digest things down, and then the food breaks down and becomes you, and then you go off and do what you want with it. So a really thick, sticky situation, and trying to avoid it, right? It's a thick, sticky situation, trying to avoid it by, as again, they keep showing food or, like watching TV, that shutting down feeling, whatever it is that shuts you down. Because Cooper, okay, I think he's going to calm himself. Sometimes he can't, but that's it. It's taking those emotions, those heavy, dense emotions, like Cooper, who almost self-regulated himself, but he's got the barkaholic. Okay, sorry. I just really hate whenever I talk, he comes, because you never know. Sometimes he just really loses his marbles. Back to what I'm saying, facing that fear, whatever that thick, sticky situation that you don't want to face head on, and just face it. And it's going to be tough because, let's say they're showing me water, right? You swim through water, no problem. This one's thicker, this one's dense. This is something you have to deal with. And so whatever that shut down, that comfort, be it food, shopping, gambling, they're telling, drinking, whatever it is. And my throat's acting up today, so I apologize for that. Okay, I'm gonna go back into the story. So now we go back to this masculine card. Yeah, it's really about facing one fear. So let's take it back to self-employment and having that confidence at the beginning that you did to start this. It must have at one point been synchronicities and things that led you, right? Because when you are in your flow and you are in your power, that's how it is. It's like it's a treasure hunt to what it is that you are looking for. It's usually very effortless because it's divinely guided. But once it got thicker and these things, and then, like I said, I'm seeing the money just get, it's almost like you turn on the heater, but the heat just goes like straight out the window. That's all I'm seeing. And so there is something in there that when things like this happen, it's like, whoa, like we need to take inventory. We need to go within, figure out how are we feeling at this moment, not standing in this power. So how do we get back to this power? How do we stop things from being sticky and start to flow again? Because there is something within this. We're going to say it's a business because it's showing business. We'll say something in this business, it's not right. It does need to be addressed, because the more and more that it's allowed to stay there, it is becoming stuck. It is becoming stalled and stagnant. But what they're showing me is almost like cement. How, yes, it's thick and uncomfortable right now, but it's going to solidify. And when it solidifies, that's going to be almost near impossible to ever fully deal with. The foundation will be solid by then. And so now they're showing me like really invasive roots that you'll never quite get rid of. So whatever it is that's uncomfortable within you that you are avoiding of facing and dealing, they're saying you have to, right? Take flight. They're saying really focus on building up you have to go within first, because whatever made you look away from whatever it is that allowed all this buffoonery to take place, there is some work for you to do, because you don't want it to happen again, right? Different places, different faces. So now it's really learning the lessons that it has to do, facing the fear, right? Learning the lesson and standing in your power. Because once you do that again, I'm pretty sure you won't let that mistake happen twice. So when we get here, it's just the loss and lack card, which we've already talked on. I just didn't pull it up, but it says fear and victimization. When we escape and we don't deal with things that we're like, oh, we're gonna let someone else deal with that. I just don't want to deal with that. That takes you giving your power to them, that they're in charge of the power. Because let's say they make a mistake, well, you can blame it on them now. So it's saying you take your power, and whatever choices or actions and consequences that happen from it, you're gonna stand in your power, because that's the way it played out. But this doesn't mean that's the way it stays, because now you are in charge of you and you make your own choices. And from there, at least you'll have all the information on how to move forward in a smoother, more flowing, effective path. So, I am seeing hostilities. So if this is a job, it's saying to really take a look at the environment, right? We got the conflict and the unrest. It is in reverse. They did say this is the route it is going. They just keep, you know what I see? I almost see when someone like starts to feel good and starts to feel empowered and things start to move and are in the flow. And then all of a sudden the flower comes and then just like bops it. And then it's the powder kind of goes on, the pollen goes on, and then it's like a daze. It's almost like it keeps your energy thick and lethargic and almost like asleep kind of. And so right now they're really talking about needing to clear, right? Clear energy, work on eating and building up your energy and power and light, so that you can start dealing with those first, so that when you go and deal with the things outside of you, it can't stick, it can't come and sideswipe and, get you back into that rut and that old pattern. Because I really do see, like, again, money, and I'm wondering, is this like theft or just really irresponsible spending or something like that? So yeah, it just seems like that one area, money is just, and I'm seeing so much money go through this area that it's like, do you know how much money that all that money could have actually, if it was utilized and tapped into like helping others or in a more effective way, how much change that could have helped, brought. So yeah, some need for reflection if you find that your finances, you seem like you should be fine, but for some reason it's just like going out the window. What is up with that? And they're saying, once you start noticing the finances, right? Here we got finances with the loss and lack. It's saying to really go and reflect within, build up the light, get your Phoenix rising moment, right? We're going to empower that back to stand into this divine masculine emperor type energy, the one that's authoritative and makes choices and knows direction and can't quite be fooled because they've already planned multiple backup plans in case this one doesn't work, because time and precious and your energy is so valuable. So protect that, clear that, and keep that and protect it at all costs, right? One way to do that is to really go and do grounding and earthing, things like that. This one is planting something new though. So now they're taking it and branching it off, something new. Something wasn't working. I keep seeing this like thick being stuck in it and like money just going, it's gone. I don't know if it's like theft again or just irresponsible spending and not really wanting to deal with certain things and be like, whatever, you deal with it. And then that person being like, meh, I do what I want, whatever. And then so now it's saying something new. Go in within yourself, deal with yourself, fix your foundation first before you go out and you go and do it. And cleaning. I'm seeing just brand new start, brand new everything. It's almost like whatever this thick, heavy energy that needed to be dealt with that brought so much hostilities into the work environment. Once that's kind of gone and I'm seeing a rug ripped out and like all the energy kind of going with it and like rolled up and like, and then the space afterwards is just happy and clear. And it's different this time. It's not the same. It can't be the same. They say pull one more each and then we'll wrap it up. Interesting. It said it can't be the same because in this new self-employment, as it does the full circle going back to itself, the first go around was all in the masculine energy, right? Electric, active power. And then the next one that comes out is the feminine energy, sensuality, feminine wisdom, and passion. So what is she bringing in? I knew there was going to be a cat. And then, okay, with it is volunteer. Okay, so the reason why I knew that there was going to be a cat is because when I was pulling the decks, they said they did the light worker one first, and then they said, get the butterflies. All kitty cats like butterflies. And I was like, that's pretty bold of you to assume that the cat cards are going to come out because there's so many in here that could have been chosen from. I'm just picking up and putting stuff away, and I got end of an era on the end or on the bottom of the deck. And they said, it can't go back the same. It's different this time. This time now is bringing in the feminine energy. The first one was all go, 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 which is what the masculine, all right, you have masculine and feminine in you. So this could either be someone bringing those two energies within themselves, or it could be two people coming together and understanding what lacks, you know? Because especially if it's work, let's say work, and if it is just so strict and by the book, and then you kind of do need to bring in, as this one, the sensuality, the feminine, the caring, the nurturing, that kind of thing. But the end of the era was in reverse. And so it's almost like it's not something, it's not the old, it's something new, but it's still the same, but it's something new, if that makes sense. So we're gonna leave the reading there, and yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye guys.